Fruits Basket has been a beloved anime since the early 2000s, so imagine the reactions of longtime fans to the 2019 remake announcement. Did the remake live up to everyone's expectations and tell the story better than the original? Let's find out! Hi guys and welcome back to AniCap Explained. Today we'll recap the first 12 episodes of Fruits Basket's. Ready? Let's begin! Toru Honda is a simple high school girl that lives in a tent due to her grandfather's house needing renovations. When she passes by a large house, she meets its owner Shigeru Soma, and they converse about the cat in the zodiac. She learns that he is Yuki's cousin when Yuki suddenly appears behind him. Yuki then accompanies Toru to their school, where she gets harassed by some of Yuki's admirers. Luckily, Arisa Yutani and Saki Hanajima successfully scare away the other girls. In the evening, Yuki and Shigeru catch Toru returning to her tent and learn she's been camping out on their property. She begs them to let her stay in the tent because she doesn't want to impose on anyone. However, Shigeru senses a landslide and informs the group that it happened nearby the tent's location. With nowhere else to go, Toru accepts Shigeru's offer to live with them till they finish their renovations. Suddenly, Yuki gets attacked by his cousin Kyo Shoma, who challenges the other boy to a duel. Toru attempts to stop them by hugging Kyo but suddenly turns into a cat. Then as she panics, she accidentally causes Yuki and Shigeru to transform into a rat and a dog. Toru is shocked to learn from Shigeru that some of their family members are cursed with the spirits of the zodiac. They usually transform if they feel weak, embarrassed, or embraced by the opposite gender. However, Toru promises to keep their secret and continues her school day alongside Yuki as usual. However, Yuki confronts her and informs her that Shigeru plans to erase Toru's memories as a precaution. Yuki fears that Toru may no longer want to remain friends after the erasing of her memories, but Toru reassures him that he will be accepted by her even if she doesn't remember their conversations. When Shigeru and an angry Kyo return to the house in the evening, Shigeru informs them that Kyo will be going to the same high school they are currently attending. He also tells them that Toru can retain her memories but must keep their secret from the public. The next day, Kyo attends school but gets overwhelmed by the amount of attention he attracts. Kyo tries to fit in by participating in classroom discussions, but he still turns out awkward. He eventually walks out of the classroom when his idea gets rejected in place of Yuki's idea of putting up a rice ball stand. Toru tries to help Kyo make friends by inviting him to play a card game with her friends. However, Yuki witnesses this exchange and cannot help but feel envious of Kyo's ability to be readily accepted by people. While on Yuki and Toru's walk home, it begins to rain. It turns out that a typhoon is about to hit, so Yuki rushes to his secret garden and attempts to protect the plants. Toru quickly follows and helps Yuki. While they try to keep the plants safe, Toru encourages Yuki to socialize more, to which Yuki shyly asks if he can join Toru when they decide to play cards again. They successfully save the plants and harvest some chives from the garden. Toru chooses to spend the morning making rice balls from the chives and discovers that Kyo isn't a fan of that particular ingredient. Suddenly, Toru hears someone at the door, and she finds a shy girl outside looking for Kyo. When the shy girl learns that Kyo is inside, she rushes to meet him and starts punching him around. Shigeru tells Toru that the girl is Kagura Soma, a member of the Zodiac. He explains that she tends to show her affection with aggression. Kagura claims that she is Kyo's fiancé and shows off that she can hug the boys without causing them to transform because she believes Toru is trying to steal Kyo from her. She tries to prove her love by preparing dinner for them but uses all the ingredients and unintentionally destroys the meal when Kyo refuses to eat her cooking. She attempts to make up for dinner by doing groceries but discovers she has left her wallet. Luckily, Toru catches up to her carrying her bag. They begin to talk about their feelings and become comfortable with each other. The two girls decide to team up and make dinner, and Kyo is surprised that Kagura remembers his favorite meal. The next day, as Kagura is about to leave, she accidentally hugs a paper carrier and transforms into a boar. As the Somas grow comfortable with Toru, she suddenly announces that the renovations at her grandfather's house are complete and she can move back in. The Somas seemingly accept the situation as their agreement was only to house her until she can stay with her relatives again. On her first day back with her grandfather, her aunt reprimands her for staying with a group of boys. Even one of her cousins accuses Toru of participating in indecent acts, but her grandfather defends her. He scolds them for insulting Toru and tells Toru she is free to choose where she wants to stay. Suddenly, Yuki and Kyo appear and are ready to return her to their house. They miss her presence and want to convince her to move back in with them. Toru happily accepts the offer and feels grateful for finally belonging to a family. Toru, Kyo, and Yuki help their class sell rice balls at the school festival, and their success is mainly due to Yuki cross-dressing as a girl. Just then, Momiji and Hattori Soma visit the school to check on Yuki. According to Hattori, he decided to drop in because Yuki missed out on his routine checkup with him. Meanwhile, Momiji introduces himself to Toru and hugs her out of excitement, causing him to transform. Momiji is brought onto the roof by the group, where Ko scolds Momiji for willingly changing into his animal form in a public space. Hattori cunningly snaps a photo of Kyo and Yuki before leaving the students to enjoy the rest of the festival. After the festival, Arisa and Saki confront Toru because they feel she is keeping a secret from them. Toru quickly realizes that she never told them about living with the Somas and apologizes for not informing them. Then they invite themselves over to the Soma's residence and celebrate Toru's new home and happiness with a sleepover. The next day, Toru receives a call from Hattori. Interesting story up to this point? Great, but before I move further, please subscribe to the channel and give us a like. Done? Well then let's continue. Toru arrives at the Soma family estate, where Hattori and Momiji greet her. Hattori advises Toru to stop associating with the members of the Zodiac because it will only lead to pain. When he leaves the room, Momiji tells Toru that Hattori has to erase the memory of a girl he loved in the past. As Hattori walks with Toru, he instinctively tries to catch her when she missteps, causing Hattori to turn into a seahorse. The scene then shifts to a flashback of how Hattori meets Kana Soma, the girl he eventually falls in love with. Kana loves Hattori but cannot deal with the guilt of causing Hattori pain. So Kana has Hattori erase her memories so they can move on with their lives. In the present, Hattori wakes up and asks Toru what happens to snow when it melts. Toru replies spring, the same answer Kana gave him. Toru eventually leaves the estate with Shigeru. It's almost the new year, and Toru gets invited by Arisa and Saki to stay at their places for the holidays. However, Toru declines and returns to the Somas. When they clean the house for the new year, Shigeru informs Toru that Kyo and Yuki will spend New Year's with him in the Soma family estate. Kyo and Yuki are initially against leaving Toru alone but decide to go after she insists they celebrate the day with their families. Halfway to the estate, Kyo and Yuki decide to spend New Year's with Toru after encountering Saki, who tells them that Toru is lonely. Toru becomes tearfully happy that the boys decided to spend the evening with her, and they go up to the rooftop to watch the first sunrise of the year. Kyo gets an opportunity to beat Yuki in the school's long-distance run event. However, Toru meets Hatsuharu Soma during the race, who attempts to interrupt the race to challenge Kyo to a fight. His personality shifts to Black Haru, a brute and rude version of Hatsuharu. While they fight, Yuki collapses, causing Hatsuharu to call off the fight to take care of Yuki. He hugs Toru so he can transform into an ox, and the group carries an unconscious Yuki back home. When Yuki is finally deemed safe, Hatsuharu tells Toru about his past with Yuki and Kyo. He also admits that Yuki is his first love. On the day before Valentine's Day, Kyo attempts to flee because he fears Kagura might corner him. However, his efforts prove useless because Kagura asks him for a date on Valentine's Day. She invites Toru and Yuki along so it'll be a double date. Shigeru guesses that Kyo doesn't want to go on the double date because he doesn't want to spend time with Yuki. Toru catches on and tells Kyo not to worry because he doesn't have to be friends with Yuki if he doesn't want to. On Valentine's Day, the group spends the day with Kagura to grant her request for a double date. Meanwhile, Hattori accuses Shigeru of manipulating Toru for an unknown goal. Momiji invites the other Somas and Toru to a hot spring to celebrate White Day. Yuki, Kyo, and Toru decide they deserve the break and go to the Soma's hot springs. The hostess of the hot spring tells Toru that she hopes her son will be able to meet her soon because he is the monkey of the Zodiac. Yuki takes advantage of the event and presents Toru with a ribbon as her White Day present. The next day, Momiji informs them that he and Hatsuharu will join them as first years in the new school year, but Toru finds the news that Momiji is younger to be more shocking. As the new school year begins, Toru and Kyo look for Momiji and Hatsuharu. Kyo gets shocked that Momiji is wearing the girl's uniform and reprimands him. The student council president Takei Makamoto also joins in to scold Momiji and question Hatsuharu's hair. However, Hatsuharu proves his oddly colored hair is natural by leading Takei to the bathroom. Later, Toru runs into Akito and witnesses the effect of his presence on Yuki. When he leaves, Toru wonders what kind of Zodiac he is. The 2019 remake of Fruits Basket is better than the original animation. Kyo is more pleasing of a character, and there's more depth into Yuki and Toru's characters in the first 12 episodes. The updated art makes the anime more charming and lively. We're excited to recap the other 12 episodes, but you'll have to wait for the following video. Thanks for watching, and if you liked it, Please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing so you never miss out on any new recaps. That's all for today. We'll see you at the next one.